Welcome back. You now have a good understanding of how Waterfall works, but it takes a good team of people to make it work properly. Let's see how each of the team players can make a contribution, with the emphasis on where a test analyst will fit in. First, we'll look at a typical organizational chart for a Waterfall project. There is a program manager who may be responsible for several projects. The program manager is not directly involved in project management, but is there to provide guidance and direction. The project is there for a reason, and the people who provide the requirements are called stakeholders or sponsors. This could include external clients, end users, or other interested parties. Then, of course, there is the project manager, who manages the project plan, the project teams, scope of the project, deliverables, and budget. The teams that report to the project manager typically consists of a team of business analysts. This may be led by a design manager depending on the size of the team. A development team led by a development manager. A technical team usually led by a technical lead. The members of this team might not work directly for the technical lead and come from a resource pool. So quite often the technical lead acts as a coordinator in securing their time. And most importantly, from your perspective, there is a test team. There will also be some subject matter experts on the project. They often double up as stakeholders and could have a foot in both camps. Their primary roles as subject matter experts, otherwise known as SME, are firstly to help the business analysts when gathering requirements. They can also be accessed by software developers when they are creating the code. The subject matter experts, which I will now refer to as SME, are often involved in user acceptance testing, which means they also coordinate with the test team. There are program meetings held regularly between the project manager, program manager, and the stakeholders, where the project manager reports progress. Issues and risks are also discussed and the project direction is altered if required. The project manager will also hold regular meetings with the project team to adjust the plans if required and manage risks and issues. Now we'll look at the activities that are performed by the various teams for each of the project stages. The first stage of Waterfall is gathering and documenting requirements. Even though this is the realm of business analyst and SME, test analysts are often involved in requirement documentation reviews. The next stage is system design. There are many activities in this stage, so it's all hands on deck. This stage includes creation and review of high-level and low-level design documents, hardware and network configuration, and most importantly for you, the beginning of your test case creation. The implementation stage is where the developers get busy. On some projects, test analysts are involved in the interactive development or prototyping, and sometimes asked to participate in code reviews. The SME are also asked for guidance from developers, but that's usually when an interactive approach is used. The same team is involved in the next phase, integration and test, but the focus shifts to testing, with developers supporting the test team by fixing defects. SME are usually involved in the later test stage of user acceptance. When the testing is complete, we will deploy the software applications to live. Then it's all hands on deck again. Except this time the business analysts and designers take a back seat, and the operations team is heavily involved. If things have gone well, then the maintenance phase should be fairly quiet and the system should be monitored while the SME use the new features. There is usually something that needs fixing or adjusting, so we may need all hands on deck. Yet again, to enable a process of fix and test, whether it's a software fault, a hardware issue, or the network needs some configuration. Have you noticed something about the resource? Testers are involved in every stage of the project. I hope you found this useful, and not too surprised to see that testers can be involved in every stage of a Waterfall project, not just the test phases. That's it for Waterfall. Next, we'll look at the Agile methodology, and this will be presented by Anna, who you met on an earlier course.
Thank you, Tony, and it's great to be back. There is much talk about Agile in the IT industry, and it's fast becoming the most popular project methodology. So come and join me in the next lesson to learn more. Before I speak about Agile, remember, all lessons are free, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing and allows us to keep creating free content for you.